What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SwiftCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, let's do this here. So here we are at about 1.54 cents right now. You found a low this week, though it wasn't over the last 24 hours. Right above this high, somewhat in an area of prior resistance. And oh, actually, no, it was right at that high. Oh, nice. That's a good tip. I thought it was a little bit above that, but all right, cool. Well, good. That's a nice look. It's completely possible that you found support here, and you could build higher. I do believe you go a little bit lower, and I've got my reasons for that. But let's just look at the fibs here. Let's take a low to a high right here. You could find support here. It's very possible. I mean, tipping prior resistance and finding support off of that's actually a really good thing, and it can happen. But you're very close here. Absolutely very, very close to your golden ratio. I would expect before you continue trending higher, you probably interact with this line at about 1.2696 cents. Okay. That line there is also very close, very, very close to this daily closing low right here, right on par with these tips right here, these wicking highs right there. And even if you go a little bit lower, you've got this daily high close here, you've got wicks over here, you've got all kinds of support around 1.1 to 1.2696 cents. Okay, something in there is likely where I think you're going to go. Now that's at least just based off the fibs. Let's look at the RSI and see what that's saying. So the RSI here also is trending down. You have been living below the 40 for the past 4 days now. I have no problem at all. There's little doubt in my head that you will see lower readings from here around, if not into, the oversold zone. Something much like this, or something in between. You might bounce right off the oversold zone. Who knows? But right there, that dotted line, that's the oversold zone, right? And that would agree, that would concur with the notion that we do go a little bit lower, right, to that golden ratio. What's the golden ratio? Why does that matter? Why are these lines here? What do these numbers mean? Look it up. Look up what is the golden ratio? Why does it apply to technical analysis? Why does it apply to psychology? We actually don't know. Some people theorize they know, but like genuinely, it's just a kind of phenomenon. It's an anomaly throughout the universe. It's like if we had a cheat code for the universe, it's the golden ratio, you guys. And that, I say cheat code, that doesn't mean that it's always going to go there. Sometimes you find support at higher levels, sometimes you find support at lower levels. But all of these fibs, except for the 0.5 and the 6.9s, they're all, I believe, derivatives of the golden ratio anyways, right? It's all derived from the Fibonacci sequence. It's just it's patterns that we see in the universe, in the world, in psychology, in life, and I'm already talking about it, right? You probably didn't even need to Google it after that part, but it's an area that we find significance at a lot, coincidentally, not so coincidentally, I don't know. So I think that we're going to go a little bit lower, not just based on that notion, but based off the RSI too, right? 4-hour RSI also looking sad. Living below the 40, getting oversold, but not getting overbought. In fact, you're rejecting the 60 time and time again. I will say rejecting the 50 and then finding support on the 40 does set you up to move up higher. It does, but if you're set up to move up higher and you don't move higher, what are you going to do? You're likely going to move lower. So, I mean, you've been set up to move higher for the last, on a 4-hour basis, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. The 6th candle starts in 40 minutes, so for a 24-hour period, essentially, you've had the opportunity to move up, and what have you done with it? No volumes come in, you haven't moved up at all. In fact, anytime you move up, you wick back down. So my guess is, yes, the 4-hour would agree, the daily would agree, you're going lower. Let's look at the 1-hour time frame here, okay? 1-hour time frame, same thing, right? What you have here on the RSI, you can see same highs, finding resistance all along this area, okay? Whenever you're getting overbought, you're getting lower highs, right, overall. But whenever you're getting oversold, you're getting lower lows overall, or you're not even getting oversold. So you're less productive when you're showing strength, and you're productive with ease without even getting into your true weak zones here. Beyond all that, though, oops, that's just not what I meant to do. Beyond all of that, though, these highs right here being at the same place in the RSI while having lower highs in the price, that's called hidden bearish divergence. That's an indication that you are going lower. Yes, everything agrees that we're going lower. So a little bit lower. Where's that area at? Again, 1.2696. Is it 1. It was 1.2696, right? Yeah, 1.2696 to 1.09, 1.1 cents, somewhere in that area. I expect you make that descent at some point. Today, maybe, within the coming days, by the end of this week. I don't know. It could happen soon. It could happen next week. I really don't know. What I don't expect to happen is that you move up from here and then you move down. If you want to invalidate the notion that we go down to the golden ratio, this relative golden ratio here from this high to low, you want to invalidate that notion. what I need to see first is that you see prices above 2.0929 cents, 2.0929 cents on a daily closing basis. If you can close above there on a daily closing basis, my assumptions are null and void. Let's just see if there's anything else that agrees with that. To me, that's a very significant fib. Let's just see on the relative basis. If this were your low, this fib would be respected. Yeah, I mean, I think 2.22 cents on there, that's kind of a similar area. Even then, though, getting above the 382 isn't indicative that you're absolved of getting lower. But whenever you culminate it with this, it really does. I think 2.85 cents, 2.9 cents, yeah, getting above there, that will be validation for sure. Like, that'll be the ultimate validation that the low is in. But I would start to rethink things if we're not going lower and we do see prices above about 2 cents there. I would start to rethink things. So if you go higher first, and I want to be clear actually as to what this looks like. If you come all the way up here and you break above 2 cents and the day hasn't ended yet, it's not a daily close, and then you come back down and you're down below 2 cents, that's not what I'm talking about. You need to break above 2 cents, because you could very well just go back to exactly what we're talking about after seeing something like that. Flash volatility like that, it happens right before, especially right before a drop, right? Look at this, prime example. Look at that, prime example, right? It literally happens all the time. So don't be thrown off by that. We need confirmation. It's very important confirmation. Confirmation comes in the form of a closing day or 2 4-hour candles in a row. A closing day or 2 4-hour candles in a row that close above about 2.09 cents, right? That's the area that we're looking for, or above. The higher the better. Until then, the targets below remain the same. We've gotten that out of the way. Let's talk about the all-time high expectations, or at least the higher high expectations, and move on with our bad selves, okay? To me, this looks kind of like you're in like an impulsive wave correction, impulsive wave correction. Impulsive waves come in threes, corrections come in two, so you have a 5-wave pattern overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to me, it looks like you are going to move up higher, right? If this is beyond just a Elliott wave, motive, impulsive wave, if we just look at this pattern independently, right here on a 3-day time frame, on a weekly time frame, whatever, it to me at least seems like it's some kind of bull flag. If it is a bull flag and this is the low, the measure move of that target would take you, and this is how you do it, right? You measure the move itself, you put it at the base of the flag, and it looks pretty much, I think it looks like a really good bull flag, honestly. That would take you up to about 12 cents. 12 cents. Maybe this is why I thought XCN was going to 12 cents. I get SwiftCoin and XCN confused because their targets are so damn similar. Their price is the same even right now. But 12 cents. 12 cents is like the target, the measure move. Measure moves are ideas. They're not requirements. They can be expectations, but that's about it, right? Measure moves can be met short of. They can be excelled through. You could stop right at it, right? It's just an idea. It's just an idea. But this idea is saying from the low, you'll pump about 8x. From the current price, probably around the same amount, right? And that price is at about 12 cents. Okay, that's your measure move right there at about 12 cents. If we take a high to low extension here and use the extensions, high to low retracement, use the extensions, our minimum target here would be 6.5 cents. 9.9 cents, 10 cents essentially is at the golden ratio. So whenever you break above, if you break above the golden ratio, and I think you will, but let's just say same thing for XCN, same thing for SwiftCoin, 10 cents is what I would expect as a minimum. Why do I expect that as a minimum? Well, I don't think that you're going to see a move like this, right? Even a move up to that golden ratio is still below your measure move, and that's fine if it does that, right? But 10 cents at a minimum, to me, that seems logical. It seems reasonable, especially with how bullish you've been, SwiftCoin. You're only gaining volume. You literally got a lot of volume here on your pump, even more volume on the next one. You have no volume on the way down. This thing is a buy, buy, buy. You know what I mean? 10 cents is the minimum target. If you get above, what's great about the golden ratio is once you get above that, the next target zone is literally a zone. It's not a specific price. It's this entire zone, of which the highest level is at 33.349 cents. Okay, that's pretty high. I'm not saying SwiftCoin goes there. I'm not saying it doesn't. If I had to bet, if my life depended on it, I had to bet. If someone was like, SwiftCoin's going to go here, yes or no? Your life depends on it. I would say no. It probably doesn't go here. I mean, inevitably, yes. But by the end of the cycle, by the end of the year, it'll be worth several dollars. At least I think it will be. But by the end of March, by the end of April, by the end of this next move, which who knows how long it takes, you know, this one here from a low to a high, that low was January 13th. The high was January 31st, right? So, I mean, middle of the month to the end of the month, it could take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, however long it takes. It could take a month or two. I would think by the end of March, by the end of April, we have a chance to be at 33 cents. But no, I don't think that we'll go there. I think we have a chance to stop at 10 cents, but I don't think that's where we'll stop. I think most likely we'll stop at about 13.7 to 22 cents, something in that range, which from the current price, that percentage growth would be about an 8.5x at a minimum of what I would expect, a minimum 8.5x, to potentially a 13x, almost a 14x, yeah, maybe a 14x even, right? Or somewhere in between, likely, right? At a bare ass minimum from where your current price is, I certainly would expect that you see a 6x from here. So, you know, if 6x doesn't sound enough, you should look at what the average chart in crypto is expected to do. I think the average chart over the coming months is going to do something on the lines of like, I mean, the maximum potential for the average coin, let me put it in this way, the maximum expectation that I have for the average crypto would be a 6x move. That's the minimum potential for this one, right? That's the expected move for the average crypto is something around like a 3 to a 4.5x, okay, over this coming month to 2 month period, okay? This thing's minimum move is where their maximum potential is, you know what I mean? So it's got a lot of potential, even if it only stops at 10 cents. But I think it'll go higher. And by the end of the cycle, again, I do think it'll be worth multiple dollars, right? I don't know the exact price specifically, but I mean, with the current market cap, what's its market cap at? Didn't I write it right? Okay, 155 million. Yeah, you could see 100x would be 15.5 billion. 200x would be 31 billion by that metric, right? Probably just over 31 billion. $31 billion, that's a 200x. That's not an easy number, $31 billion, but it is very attainable, especially for a coin like SwiftCoin. I think it's very, very attainable. $31 billion, 200x, that'd put you at $3 right there, right? You could go double that. You could probably see prices around $6 by the end of the cycle if you really wanted to. If this thing caught traction, if it sets out to be everything that it wanted to be, it could even see prices that are higher than that, as crazy as it sounds. You never know. But I definitely believe 100x is capable even at these prices, let alone multi-100x's. I got nothing else for you guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.